So you remember that time that a tornado just went like right past a cruise ship? Well, it turns out it was a lot closer of a call than we even reported on yesterday. And also Royal Caribbean's building a replacement for CocoCay. Roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. I spelled my own name wrong in the teleprompter. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Now, it's a cruise news filled kind of episode today, for sure, but we're gonna kick things off with a quick question of the day. And you know, I have a history of asking food related questions, so why would we go ahead and upset the apple cart, right? Would you rather have cake or pie? Might be time for another dessert after this episode. Leave your answer down in the comments below, cake or pie. And you know, while you're down there, if you wish you had just a little ice cream to go along with that cake or pie, like a la mode, you can always smash the like button and maybe there'll be some ice cream that shows up in your freezer. Now, if you watched yesterday's episode, we talked about a tornado coming dangerously close to a cruise ship down on the Mississippi River in New Orleans. And I'll refresh your memory real quick here. The Regent Seven Seas Mariner was sailing out of the port of New Orleans around 7:30 p.m. 2 nights ago when some bad weather came by and a tornado actually crossed the river really close to the cruise ship. Well, we didn't know just how close it really was, but here, take a look at this picture. Yeah, it was actually really darn close. Now, there's no telling what kind of damage could have happened to the ship if this tornado had actually come in contact with the vessel, but thank goodness that it didn't. Just look at how close this actually was. If you want to see this picture a little closer or take a little bit more time looking at it, I did post it on my Instagram account and on my Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at Midships Cruise or on Facebook at Midships. So now getting into some more juicy cruise news. Have you ever been to Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at CocoCay? I think they want you to say CocoCay. Well, I've got some tasty cruise news for you because Royal Caribbean has announced their plans are now back on track to build this sister property or replacement property or second version of CocoCay. She's going to be called Perfect Day at Lilipai. I don't know. You know I'm bad at pronouncing things. Regardless, correct me down below. We have some more news coming out about this new property, including our first look at some renderings. And that's going to be built on a little smaller island out in the Pacific. And the best news, cruises could be getting to this island as early as next spring. Royal Caribbean claims the island will provide authentic adventures and genuine relaxation. Though no formal opening date has been announced quite yet, cruise itineraries already on the books into early next year are yet to include any port calls to this new Perfect Day. Now, the thing is, the property was already expected to be open by now. But the pandemic, right? So, what can we expect of this new private island? Well, probably just take a look at the one that's already in existence. We have beautiful beaches, lounge chairs, pools, lagoons, areas for people of different ages. There's cabanas over water bungalows, lots of food, dining options, entertainment. The list goes on. And a lot of it, it's included with the cruise fare. With that said, executives at Royal Caribbean say what a perfect day for an Australian looks like is not the same as a perfect day for an American. Thrilling for an Aussie might be snorkeling, while thrill for an American might be going down the largest water slide in the Caribbean or North America, whatever they tout it as. Not that Australians don't like water slides, of course. The company added that the total volume for guests at this new resort Perfect Day at Lilipai will be a little bit less than what we see at the original CocoCay in the Bahamas. Have you ever been to any of these private islands for any cruise lines, be it CocoCay, MSC Marine Reserve, or any of the other islands out there through Carnival, Princess, or whoever you cruise with? Go ahead and answer in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like to go or if you have gone. And speaking of private islands, did you know I'm hosting a group cruise that's going to one of Carnival's? Half Moon Cay is the name of the island. It's beautiful. If you've never been there, it's a tender port. You get to get out, take a nice little ship, well, take a nice little boat off the big ship. You get some wonderful selfies with your cruise ship in the background. Totally cool. The island itself, it's stunning. Beautiful clear waters, white sand, very, very natural, tons of trails to walk on. If you'd like more information on how you can join me to cruise to this island oasis, there's a link in the description down below. It'll take you to my Facebook group for the group cruise. Okay, now put your serious faces on for a minute because I've got some bad news to share with you, and that is that gone are the days of having like the private yacht type of experience on board just an everyday cruise. That's right, occupancy rates, they're jumping. They're up to nearly 70%. At least that's according to Carnival Cruise Line, and that's up from 50% over the last month or so. And it's likely to rise and rise even more over the coming months. Don't forget it's spring break, summer vacations on the horizon. So if you remember cruising pre-pandemic, occupancies were pretty much always near 100% all the time. And traditionally, that's how the business model works for these cruise lines. Double occupancy, 2 people per cabin. Remember that early on in the cruise restart, there were maybe 20 to 30% of total capacity on most of these cruises. I can remember taking several cruises with only 600 other people on the entire ship. And that was a ship that could handle over 3,000 people. It was nuts. You show up at a venue, there's literally just you and maybe you there. It was crazy. And it's not just Carnival who anticipates that cruising operations are coming back into full swing. Because according to AAA, they're predicting that 58 million Americans will consider taking a cruise in the next 2 years. And most people, according to AAA, consider cruising safer than going to a big city. And who can blame them? Have you been to a big city lately? I don't want to insult you if you live in one, but I don't know that if I was unfamiliar with an area, I'd want to just be walking alone in an unfamiliar city at night. You know, let's bring it back to cruising. So I have a question for you. What do you like to bring with you on a cruise? Like, what's your 1, 2, or 3 top cruise essentials? Like the most necessary items. So for me, I'll be bringing a lanyard, magnetic wall hooks, motion sickness pills, or those new little patches they put behind your ears. Let me know what you like to bring with you on your cruise in the comments below. And if you're curious what I take with me on every single cruise, here's a link. It's probably up in this corner, might be here. There's also one in the description. It'll take you to my Amazon influencer store. That's where you can see everything I take with me every single time I cruise. If you'd like to buy it, you can. It's right there on Amazon. It all ships for Prime, and it's a great way to support this channel. Keep me delivering the daily cruise news episodes. So, we have a brand new ship to talk about too today, and she's called the Carnival Celebration, and we've just learned a little bit more info about this brand new ship. So yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line came out. They announced they've created a special Miami-themed area on board this new ship. It's called 820 Biscayne, and it's named after the address of Carnival's first headquarters as well. This new Biscayne area is going to be located on Deck 8, which is the current location of La Piazza on the Mardi Gras. You might notice the name. Here, take a look at it. This is from my cruise on board the Mardi Gras. Now, the new Biscayne area, it's going to be right here and feature a similar layout and venues to those found on the Mardi Gras, but the influences and the design elements are going to reflect something that Carnival calls the urban meets laid-back vibes of Miami. And having a Miami theme on a Carnival ship shouldn't really come as much of a surprise, as it's been the company's headquarters for the entire 50 years they've been in business. And this new ship, it's coming to Miami, so why not bring the vibes along with you when you take your cruise? Some of the things on offer in the new area include Bar 820, which will be half inside, half outside. It's going to be retro inspired, and it includes grab-and-go Cuban specialty coffees and Miami-inspired tropical frozen drinks. Miami Vice, anyone? Another venue in this area will be called the Deco Deli, which is an Art Deco themed sandwich shop featuring deli classics, Cuban favorites, and we've got a pizza place called Miami Slice. Duh, clever though. And it's supposed to be reminiscent of a late night Miami eatery on Ocean Drive. And Carnival also teased that more details will soon be made available to us about some of the other changes, the new venue names, and the new branding on board this brand new ship. And remember, her inaugural cruise leaves Miami November 21st of this year, so we don't really have that long to wait. Okay, you know, one of my favorite things to do when I'm cruising is go and see all the sort of interactive game shows that they have on board the ship, whether it's like the Love and Marriage show or Carnival's Family Feud. Well, Princess Cruises has announced they're going to roll out a brand new show called Deal or No Deal. Yeah, it's that Deal or No Deal. And it's going to be right on board the ships. It's a live game show. It started out as a TV show back in 2005, 2006. It's going to debut on their newest ship the Discovery Princess. She's scheduled to set sail March 27th out of Los Angeles. We don't really have that long to wait. Now, this is going to be a live experience with a host. It's going to offer cruisers the chance to win legit prizes ranging from free cruises up to like $1,000. And the best part, it's going to take place in the big theater stage every single time the cruise ship goes out. And it's going to be open for all guests to play along. You do have to buy a card. Cards are going to cost you to play somewhere between $25 and $50, but 2 lucky guests will be able to become contestants on stage. They're going to be chosen at random, and they can play for the $1,000. Pretty interesting. I never actually was a huge game show guy, unless you count Days at Home Sick, staying home from high school, watching Price is Right. I love me some Price is Right. Bob Barker, you were the ultimate OG. You guys love Bob Barker, right? Nobody else quite does it like Bob did. But I think my favorite part of the game show, at least the Price is Right, was all those custom t-shirts that people made. And speaking of cool t-shirts that people make, did you know I make cruise t-shirts? They're pretty amazing if I do say so myself, and you can buy them and wear them on your next cruise or all your cruises. If you want to check out some of my fantastic designs, you can find a link to the Midships merch store in the description below. And don't worry, these aren't the cheesy cruise t-shirts you usually see on board. No, these are classy and fun designs. Put your little pinky fingers up in the air. You're gonna be in a nice shirt. They'll have other cruisers wanting to know, where'd you score that sweet cruise shirt? So if you made it this far into today's video, make sure you subscribe to this channel with the thumbs up button pressed. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships. Also, let me just be honest with you here. I can't wait to get back down to Florida. It's freezing in Ohio, and somebody said the word snow on the Weather Channel today. Ew. La